When you look at it, first thing you think this is a mosque. People get married upstairs, they just walk down here. This mosque will be a representation of who we are. One of the largest genocides in the Bosnians. Muslims were being killed basically for being Muslim. All the people from Bosnia recognize what this is.
This masjid is truly for the community, whether Muslim or not.
We have to be. Let's go pray. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ali Ajakic. We are one of the few mosques that are predominantly Bosnian mosques in St. Louis area, because St. Louis is the home of the largest diaspora of Bosnians outside of Bosnia. There's approximately 60,000 of Bosnians living in St. Louis area. 60,000, yes. Those are the unofficial numbers, so with the second generation, there might be much larger. We started in 2010. Just about 50 to 100 members for the first couple of years. Then the idea started, let's build a mosque. We did have some mosques that were in the area that were kind of renovated, but we said we do not want to renovate it. Let's start from the ground up. We're a small community. We're like, it was a big bite for us. And we started to see where can we find the area that we can build it. And this area that we have out here is 2.7 acres in the middle of St. Louis. This is South County. Majority of the Muslims live here. Within a mile of the mosque, there's approximately 300 Bosnian families living within a mile.
Within a mile?
Yes.
So it's a predominantly high Bosnian population.
Yes. This area of St. Louis.
Before the masjid?
Before the masjid. Because when we started coming, they would come to the St. Louis city, kind of more downtown area, then they started shifting south for safety and more bigger houses, better houses. Started moving to suburbs because of their income better, This piece of land that we have there, 2.7 acres, there was nothing here. It was just plain land, nothing else. And that's how we bought it. Allah planned it for a mosque. Perfect location for a mosque. We bought it in 2013, then we started thinking we're a small community. We bought it for $350,000, 2.7 acres.
2.7 for just 350.
Yes.
That's
Allah made it easy, So the whole this time, the people were building houses, and Allah kept this land for a mosque. In 2013 we bought it, then 2014, 15 we started doing the project. How do we want to do it? So we're talking about 2.7 acres in the middle of St. Louis County. We have a beautiful mosque. The Ottoman style mosque was when we took ideas to the architect. We said we want to look like these, the mosque, like I said, that were built in 15th and 16th centuries back in Bosnia, Ottoman style mosque. And we said, let's do it. And if you look it up, you will see there's like 3 different domes, small domes and 1 big dome on the mosque. There's a minaret. He said, we can do that, but what we have to do it, we have to, because of the codes and everything else, we have to attach it to the mosque. So when you look at the highest piece, that's how the mosque back in Bosnia looks like. In the smaller pieces over here, we have extra stuff. We have a wudu area, we have restrooms, we have offices, we have the elevator, we have the storage area. When you look at it, first thing you think, this is a mosque. You do not think this is something else than a mosque.
Exactly.
Even the people from the surrounding area, they know this is a mosque because from the look at it. Our mosque is a part of the Islamic community of North American Bosniaks, which is the umbrella organizations of 60 different mosques throughout the United States.
Subhanallah.
And we are part of the larger organization called Islamic Community in Bosnia and Herzegovina, which brings ties to our heritage. And there's like 1,100 different mosques that are part of it.
Really? 1,100 masajid?
Yes. And this is the official symbol of that organization.
Yes.
MashaAllah,
I never knew that. That is amazing. That organization helps the Bosnian communities all over
the United States, all over the world, because most of the mosques are in Bosnia, but there are some that are in Western Europe, some that are in Australia, some that are in the United States and Canada. So all of us are members of that organization. Because once you're part of the community, it's such harder to to break that tie. You're part of something bigger. Bosnia was under Ottoman rule for 400, 500 years.
Yes.
And when that was subsiding back in late 1800s, I think 1878 is when the Austria-Hungary took over. There was a need for the Bosnian population to have the religious authority. Right. So they instituted Islamic community in Bosnia. And that organization was a continuation of the Ottoman Empire, but with the Bosnian rule. Back, we had a connection to the Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. We had a continuation to him through through Ottoman rule. Since we had our own rule now, yes. We continue to have the continuation. We never broke that tie to the Rasulullah.
So the identity of being a Bosnian and being a Muslim is very strong.
Yes, it has to be.
Absolutely.
It has to be.
Yes.
Now more than ever in this challenging world. I want to show you on the side, yes. So that you can see how we're trying to fit into the community with this mosque. When we started building it, we had lots of people from the subdivisions around the mosque. They come and say, well, why are you doing it? What's going to happen, Oh, yeah. And then we went to some of the subdivision meetings, and we told them, this mosque will be a representation of who we are. If we make something good, that will say that we care about the community we're in. Not to fight. We had to explain that because they had a different perception. Their perception was CNN and Fox News. One of the first things we did in October of 2016, when we had the permit to use this building, we did an open house here. Invited people from all the subdivisions here. Probably 2,000 people walked through between Dhuhr and Asr. They wanted to experience the mosque. When you enter the mosque, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about that. We had as community members that finished madrasa, and we said, we put on the wall, ask me about Islam. And people would go there and talk to them. And you have kids that are US educated that went back home and finished madrasa talking to US people, American people about Islam. And it was like first-hand experience, it was not like, there's no fear, there's nothing. What happens now? After all those years, it will always be happening for a while. When the subdivision has a meeting, they ask us, can we use your basement area for a subdivision meeting? We're like, we just want to show them that we're part of the community. And if you look at over, we have the area that community can use.
Mashallah, it's such a huge...
We have the playground over here.
This all belongs to the mosque?
Yes. From all that tree line to the fence, we made it like a playground for kids.
Oh wow!
And you have quite a few non-Bosnian families that come here often, with kids, because this is not for us. This is for community.
Oh wow! This masjid is truly for the community, whether Muslim or not.
We have to be. So this is when we have iftars, when we have monthly potlucks, or when we have a couple times a year we will have a picnic for community. So this is the area right outside our basement area where we have our barbecues and the table set up. You have to be nice to the people you live with, because you never know what could happen. When we were building this mosque, we had a temporary power hooked up. And I get a call from the one guy in the subdivision, he's like, listen, there's something wrong with your power. I'm like, what do you mean? Right. He said, all the lights on that thing are still on, and it's middle of the day. So he was looking out, why were the lights on the minaret turned on? Is everything okay?
So why were the lights on though?
The switch was just left on, so nobody turned off the switch.
Right, it happens all the time.
Yeah, but he was like, concerned that there was something wrong. During the Bosnian War, there were genocides happening.
Yes.
Muslims were being killed just basically for being Muslim. In Srebrenica, there was one of the largest genocides in the Bosnia. So it's the largest since the World War II. So every year we have an anniversary on July 11th, because that's when the genocide started, when we had over 8,300 people killed in a matter of a couple of days. So there's an organization back home that created this. It's called the Srebrenica Flower. There's 11 petals representing the day, 11th of July. Right. Then we have the color, representing this. All the people from Bosnia recognize what this is.
Wow.
They know the Srebrenica flower. There's lots of people from that area that live here. They want to have a memorial, and we made it for that. So remember when I was saying outside how we have the mosque, then we are kind of adding to it?
Yes.
If you look at the wall over here, the higher wall,
yes.
That's a dimension of the mosque as it is back in Bosnia. So the prayer area is in the mosque. In the smaller area where the wall, where the ceiling is lower, we have added stuff. So here's where the wall starts, where the wall divides. Then we have, in addition, to the original idea of the Bosnian mosque, traditional Ottoman mosque.
Yes.
Mosque, we added wudu area and the restroom. And we have the same thing for sisters. And you have 2 levels, so that's attached to the mosque. So this is the sisters' entrance.
The sisters' entrance.
Yes. So this leads us to the parking lot. And the idea is just for the privacy. So we have twofold. Privacy, they can go upstairs, but if we have older mothers that need to use the elevator, right here.
Oh, fantastic.
The
elevator.
So
In the masjid, this is caring for the elders.
Yes. So as you can see, if you have an elderly, that need help to get up here, this is the area for the sisters. I don't know, probably around 200 do halakha, here, and the Quran class or whatnot. Remember when we saw those 2 hilals that we had
Yes,
up?
absolutely.
They're like right here. The way how the masjid is constructed, we stand up right here. You can see Imam.
SubhanAllah, you can see where the Imam is.
Yeah.
Right there.
So for sisters' privacy, we put the glass protection, but they can still see the Imam. Or if we have a speaker or something.
Incredible.
The architect, when they were designed, that's why we have this cutout here. And the way, people were donating money. Once we started building, they're like, what do you need? What's the next project? We would say, I don't know. We were selling doors. I'd say, okay, for the main entrance, the door cost $2,000. Then we have family, okay, I want to do that. And when we were doing the chandeliers, 2 brothers, they came in, they're like, what did you figure out? And at that time, we had no idea what we wanted to do. And I said, probably around $10,000, for the chandelier and a couple of small ones. And he said, whatever it is, let me know. I'll do it. And I was like, again, goosebumps, just talking about it. When we started doing the dome, we knew the price that was like $20,000. The guy says, okay, I'll do it myself.
So one person paid for the whole dome.
For the dome, yes. And then now you can see how this wall is higher, this area, because of the ceiling over here, So this looks like this area attached to the building, In typical Bosnian mosque, there would be a wall here. And now we have something that we call...
This is a beautiful diwania.
Yeah, we call it, the sisters sit here, we have the classrooms, classes, but we also call it a quiet room. So when we're praying, if there are smaller kids, they're in here room, or they yell it in this room. They're not bothering us.
Every masjid should have this room, brother, so that the kids can come.
The kids can come, they can do whatever you want. Quite often we walk in here, there's like a fort or this. This is like very light. They cannot get hurt, So they play with these, And now we're going to we call it multi-purpose room. And at this time, this is what we use it for right now.
That is a massive multi-purpose.
When we have iftars, we have it here. When we have weddings, we have it here. People get married upstairs, they just walk down here. We can easily fit around 200 people on the tables. When you do iftar, when you do a wedding, where you say, what do you need? You need to prepare food.
Yes.
Where are you going to prepare food? Well, how about
SubhanAllah, mashallah.
So we have 2 full fridges, and that's another thing. I was talking to you about chandeliers. We had a guy that says, how much is to buy the appliances here? So he purchased all the appliances.
All the appliances?
Ramadan iftars, but we have to keep it warm till closer to iftar. So we have this warming tray.
Mashallah.
And the shutters, so if we want, we can open them up, and we can serve the food, or people can, for most of the kids that are in Sunday school, we will get them the Chromebook. Because most of them use the Chromebooks in their school.
Yes.
And they're familiar with with the concepts, using the Chromebook, quizzes or whatnot, everything being online. 90 that are being ready, to be used. So we will be almost to 200. Upper classes will have the Chromebook, kids will share the Chromebook. He puts like a projector here, kids sit over here, they open their Chromebooks, there they can do the quizzes or whatnot. We have Xbox here.
Xbox, wow.
And they have on the projector.
Oh, this is the game room.
Yeah, this is, and when they're here Ramadan, if we stay here longer after Taraweeh, they're like, can we go play? And they have their own area,
The idea is to keep them in the masjid.
Yes, of course you have to.
As much as possible.
Oh, I want to show one more thing that we have. So this is where we started this last Ramadan. We call it a sweet corner. After we pray, Maghrib, and after we pray Taraweeh, kids line up here.
Oh, really?
and they take whatever they want from the street corner.
So this is an instant ajar
Yes,
for praying Tarawih.
yes. Facebook, we had like we put a short clip of it.
Uh-huh.
Hundreds of thousands of views.
It went viral.
Yeah. And this is like, as you can see, it's open, so kids
Yeah.
can take it even when they're not
Yeah.
praying.
Tell me about this corner, brother.
This corner, this is just, let's call it chit-chat corner. So people, when they come in early for prayer,
Right.
they can sit here and they can just
Yeah.
catch up.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Eldar Malkic. I am assistant imam here at St. Louis Islamic Center. Alhamdulillah, we have a big number of kids that are attending our Saturday and Sunday school, learning about Islam and culture of Bosnia and Herzegovina also. We have some events that are dating from basically founding of this masjid. One of those are our community dinners that we have every first Saturday in the month, where community members are able to come and join, spend time together, having in mind that we don't have a lot of time to spend together, to visit each other because of the work and all this hectic life that we live today. People still have this chance to come to masjid and socialize, see each other, talk about their life, and then also pray together. Every Friday and Saturday we also have lectures about Islam here. Every night we have iftars here for community members where they can come and reflect on their day of fasting. Besides that, in Masjid Noor, St. Louis Islamic Center, that is the other name we use for this masjid, we also have youth group that makes their project, organizing events here in St. Louis Islamic Center in our masjid, helping us out with teaching our kids, like smaller, newer generations, for Saturday and Sunday school. One of the events that they organize every year is one of their donation iftar that they prepare themselves and then collect funds and help different charity organizations here in St. Louis. I'm grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I am part of this community, I am part of this story, and that alhamdulillah, like I said in the beginning, we have pretty big but also pretty active community which is ready to help out in every single situation. We have this Saturday and Sunday school. Last year we had around 400 kids enrolled in this program. Teach them about basics of Islam, how to pray Salah. We teach them Arabic letters, and then also how to read Quran properly. This year we plan, inshallah, to have lectures for our kids here, for those who are enrolled in our Saturday and Sunday school, to have lectures during the weekdays also, having in mind that kids are usually pretty busy during the weekdays. We are still gonna try to get more attention for kids to learn more about Islam. During month of Ramadan, we also have like the special activities for kids, like story time and like arts and crafts and such things. But during the rest of the year, mostly focused on Saturday and Sunday school and preparation for that, and also like one-on-one learning with kids who have more time and who are more interested to come and join in the masjid. Every night basically we have here a teacher who helps our sisters to learn Arabic letters and to read Quran. Occasionally we also have like lectures for our sisters, and like from time to time we also have like bigger gatherings for sisters only, where they can have like their special time isolated for all of us, like have their special moment. We are grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for everything what people are putting into this masjid, having in mind that everything what they put, inshallah, they will find in Judgment Day, in hereafter, inshallah, in Jannah, but also that whatever they give here, we are able to widen our projects and work better for benefit of all the community.
This is planned for expansion, and first we need more parking lot. Even though that we have 70 plus parking spots, we need to add more. This is the existing parking lots that we have.
Existing
Parking lots, yeah, right
This
here.
is what you have right now.
Yeah, so we plan to add another 40 plus, but they will be level, almost flat. If we're not using for the parking lot, we want to make sure we're using for something. So we will have basketball courts or whatnot. Then we are planning to add a couple of buildings, or we're not still certain of the shape of the buildings, how it's going to look like, but we want to add more offices, more conference rooms, more classrooms, and maybe a daycare or whatnot. Well, if we're talking only the parking lot, probably a couple $100,000. But this might cost even more than what we paid for the mosque, because the cost went up a lot.
Yeah, the building cost, the construction cost.
Yes, when we were building the mosque, the land itself cost $350,000.
Yeah.
But the mosque, everything from ground up till they finished, was 1.7 million.
MashaAllah.
So we are around 2.1 million for everything. Right now, if we were to build it today, probably more than $4 million. When we started with the project in 2013, we did not know how much it will cost. Smaller community. So when we started splitting everything in phases. We did not ask for thousands of dollars at once. We said, give us $250,000 for this phase. We had like 6 different phases, and people donated. You know, so we got, by the time we had a grand opening in April of 2017, everything was paid off. We had like 2,000 donators. And we have here, we made it.
You have the Waqf board.
Yeah. We have a Waqf board, exactly, you know. So we divided it like, you know, into different categories. People that gave more than $20,000, that gave 10 to 20,000, you know, that gave 7 to 10, you know. So we, you know, and this is.
Their names are in the history books now.
Yes, we want, and you know, it's in a prominent place where we want to make sure that people that come into Imam's office, they see it.
They feel the ownership.
Yes, you know, and when you have like, you know, people that, a couple of these families, they gave $50,000 each back in 2013, 14, 15, when they were not working, they were not making as much money, you know, but yet they were donating for the sake of Allah, you know.
May Allah bless them, mashallah, all of them. Even who gave $1, mashallah.
We give $1, you know, Allah knows that there is a hadith that says, you know, if you do not thank the people, you're not thanking the Allah, you know. So here's our way of doing that. The last message to the viewers, make sure you're part of the community. Work in the community for the sake of Allah is very rewarding. We might not notice those rewards right away, but they are definitely there. And the gratification is something that you cannot get anywhere else. Especially when you're building a mosque and when you know that all your hard work over the years happened, and that gratification, that your heart is full, and you know that Allah will reward you for that.
Absolutely. Alhamdulillah. Thank you.